Today's video we start with a hydration chart. Am I hydrated? Aim for clear urine at least 10 times a day. Eat a diet rich in fresh fruits and vegetables. Drink a quart of water before meals. Thank you.
So just got back from a 200k ride today to the Christmas Eve ride in Adelaide, South Australia. 200k is actually a bit over, today about 225 by the time I got home. And we had a couple of local pro riders there, for a couple of this is good. Sugar flew in a bit of hair in there. So yeah, 200k ride. It was good. Christmas Eve ride. Adelaide produces more professional cyclists than any other city on the planet. So when we do a Christmas Eve ride, we always have at least 5 or 6 Pro Tour riders in the bunch. That's the beautiful thing about Adelaide is you can get some good training partners, that's for sure. So let's address some of the hater comments that Duran and Freely get. We have our own, we take this, we pride ourselves, we have our own personal hate website, 30bananasdaysucks.com. Go check it out, 30bananasdaysucks.com. We have our own hate site against us. Isn't that incredible? We must be making some fucking waves. There's no, you know what I mean? We're making some waves. So we applaud these people for, at first when the site came up, we're like, oh, hang on, these are all the people we used to help a lot on our forum, etc. And now they've created a hate site against us. Wow, thanks for the gratitude. We took it personally at the start a few years ago, but now we're like, you know what? People are entitled to their opinion. They want to start up a site. That's their thing. We don't take it personally. Some pretty funny people on there, actually. I enjoy some of the sense of humor on there. But it is good. I love it because every second or third post is about us. 30bananasdaysucks.com. Check it out. Let's address some of the points these people made. You're not as blood tests are on multiple pieces of paper, so it means they're fake. So one of the haters said that because my blood tests were multiple pieces of paper, they're fake. Well, I'll tell you what. And another hater said it's because I hid my personal Medicare numbers and address and the doctor's personal name, they're fake. Okay, that's fine. These tests were done in Adelaide, South Australia on the 17th of December. If you think they're fake, we'll put $10,000 US in it. Look at that. 10,000 Benjamin Franklins. Or $10,000, I've got 100 Benjis in there. This is legit. This is a wad of cash. This is what I put up for Elliot's strength camp. If he challenged me to a strength competition, who could lift the most weight via bench press, squat, and bicep curl and bent over row in 5 hours? Who could lift the most? I fucking would. And the only condition Elliot had on that one, for $10,000 cash from doing it, he had to pass a carbon isotope ratio doping test under World Anti-Doping Authority protocol for testosterone, the carbon isotope ratio testosterone test, carbon isotope ratio test for human growth hormone, and trenbolone. Elliot didn't even want to acknowledge that. 10 grand, easy. You'd think a little skinny, scrawny guy like Duran Rider would be an easy 10 grand. So I've got this 10 grand left over. May as well do something with it. I'll give it to any hater that can prove these blood tests are fake. We'll go to any clinic in Australia, South Australia, whatever. I'll get my blood drawn in front of your fucking eyes, get the results processed, and if the results aren't the same or similar, I'll give you $10,000. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Because you know what? You're just a faceless troll. I got the money, I got the tests. What the fuck have you got? Nothing. So if you want to, that's fine if you want to criticize, critique, but back it up with something. Even just a face. Versus just ripping off someone's face off Google Images. This is who I am. Well, it's not really. Come on. I'm holding you to a high level, mate. 10 grand. You going to take it from me? Come on, here you go. Almost. As if. Doing right, his teeth aren't perfect and straight and white, so it means the diet doesn't work. That's always a funny one, isn't it? It's like, It's like these haters pretend that the $1 trillion dental industry is funded by about the 5 fucking long-term fruit addicts that have been doing the lifestyle for longer than 5 years. You know what I mean? The 5 or 10 or even 20. Let's be generous. Let's say the 20 people on the planet have been eating a lot of fruit in the last 5 years. They fund the $1 trillion dental industry. I'll tell you a little story. In April, I got in a street fight, punched in the head a few times. 2 guys on Duran Rider. I held my ground. Kickboxing skills come in handy. But I still got a few shots in the head, on the face. You know, blocked it a bit, but I still got smacked. Cracked one of my teeth, right? I was like, yeah, fuck, all my teeth are pretty fucked up from fighting, street fights. We used to spar back in the 90s. Just basic gloves, but no mouth guard, no headgear. Headshots. You know what I mean? Half drunk, whatever. So, pretty much every single one of my tooth has got little chips from fighting or cutting fishing line or cracking fucking those big gumball fucking candies. And so I went to the dentist anyway. I ended up getting that tooth ripped out. It was giving me some issues. I probably left it a little bit long. But I'd ring up the dentist and I got a cracked tooth. I need to get a crown or something on it. Like, yeah, no worries. We can fit it next month. And I'm like, next month? Oh, I'll call back another time or whatever. Or I'll give them my number. They can call me back when they've got a vacancy. But it just sort of never happened. I let it go a few months. Tooth got worse. And I got ripped him out. And even then, I had to wait to get an appointment. And I'm like, you guys must have a lot of fucking fruitarians in Adelaide. And they're like, well, what's a fruitarian? I'm like, all the people who you know what I mean? Over their head, didn't even get it. So, I went to the dentist. And I'm like, dentist, Tom Cruise got a good smile. Here's a picture of Tom Cruise. What would it take me to get a Hollywood smile? And he's like, we can do anything you want, Harley. We can do anything you want. It's just a matter of how much money you've got. So I hit me up. What would it take? He goes, what we can do, we'll break your jaw. We wire it, put some pins in there. We break it, put it under general anesthetic. We smash it. We hit it with a fucking hammer. All right, no worries. Tell me more. So we break it, and because your bite's really fucked up, Harley. He didn't say fucked up. He said your bites are genetically not the best. Just like my mum and my dad's weren't. My dad had all his teeth pulled out before age 30. My mum's teeth, full of fillings, full of mercury. I never had braces as a kid, so my overbite is just, my bottom teeth look like broken baked beans, just from that fucking crunching. Cycling as well, just fucking grinding the fucking stem. I've got TMJ in that or bruxism rather, grind at night. Pretty much my teeth are pretty trash, but my diet and lifestyle have kept them going a little bit longer. So the doc says basically every single one of your teeth has like little cracks in it from impact and from cracking really hard food and from heat. Well, interesting, tell me more. So he says if you consume very hot fluids, it can crack the tooth because teeth are not designed to be exposed to extreme heat. So all those times I had like boiling soup in winter, you're blowing it, it's just fucking hot. You're holding it in your mouth, it's so fucking hot. That's doing bad dental damage. So if you're going to eat hot food, don't. Make sure it's really fucking room temperature before you eat it, because otherwise you're doing damage to your teeth. So we can fix that, Harley, though. Put veneers on there. I'm like, no worries, veneers, I've heard of them. So and then we've got to do braces. So we crack your jaw, wire it, put braces on, put some veneers on. That's probably cost about $40,000-$50,000, but we can do it. I'm like, interesting. Okay. If I was going to spend that much coin, I reckon the dental implants would be a go rather than breaking your jaw and shit. I don't know if I could be out of action for that long. But hey, so that's a bit about my dental history. So that's an interesting one there about the teeth. But pretty much every single person I know who has an excellent smile is over age 30. They bought that smile, which is fine. Cosmetic dental surgery is a fucking $1 trillion industry. It's fucking huge. People go to Thailand or wherever, Indonesia, etc., to get dental tourism done, dental work done. So that is an interesting one. That another hater comment is that because your teeth aren't good or whatever, because, you know what I mean? It's just hilarious. It's like my mum's obese, right? She won't do this lifestyle because she has Harley on TV. They don't promote this lifestyle. The government doesn't promote it, so it mustn't be healthy. That's a genuine quote from my mum. And I'm like, Mum, what about the China study? She goes, I don't see that on television. I don't see that on the ABC, Harley. I'm sorry. People want to believe any shit to justify their complacency. They want to hear good things about their bad habits. Let's go to the next hater comment.
The reason why Donald's got good blood tests is because his body's eating up all these reserves.
That's a fucking hilarious one. So if I had bad blood tests, I'd be like, look at this blood test, man, they're all fucked up. Because I got amazing blood tests, they're like, that's because his body's eating itself up to give him good blood tests. Like, if I step left, they say that's bad. If I step right, it's bad. If I step in the middle, it's bad. Anything I do, these haters, man, they fucking hate us. When we promote like full-on raw, oh, your raw food's crazy. When we promote a backup plan, oh, there's fucking slack. It's like, whatever we do, you know what I mean? It's like, it's fucking hilarious. It's so funny to go in there every month or week or so and read a comment. It's like, you know, from the same people. Last week they complain about this, and then this week it's like, it's just, you can't, whatever you do, they can't, they just, you know what I mean? It's just hilarious. But the notion that I've got excellent blood tests because my body's eating itself up. That's just like, why do I have excellent fitness? It's because he's like a robot or something. Doonrider's bike's a robot. No.
Doonrider said he'd give anyone $10,000 if they gain weight on his diet.
So I said I'll give someone $10,000 US if they can find me a fat fruitarian or even a fat riceitarian or corntarian or whatever. Someone who's fat. Someone who walks in the street and goes, well, that's a big person. They're eating a fruitarian diet. Interesting. Someone as fat as my darling mother. Here's a picture of my lovely mum. She's clinically obese. If you can find me someone who's that fat, I'll give that person $10,000. If they've been doing lifestyle at least 5 years, 100%. Not the people that go, oh, yeah, I'm eating it. I'm eating a fucking, you know what I mean, a fucking cheeseburger and thick shake. We had one person who goes, I want that money. And they're like, I'm like, what are you eating? Oh, I'm just eating 100% fruit. And I'm like, really? But you're fucking as fat as my mother. I don't think so. You've been doing it for 5 years? I don't think so. So that person named Heather, we look at her diet, what she looks like today, she's still fucking fat. She's fatter. She's not doing the diet no more. I'm like, well, how the fuck does that work? How did Heather go from fat to fatter? If the fruit was making her fat and she's got fat, she claims, and now she's not eating the fruit but she's fatter, it's like, well, what happened? So that's a hilarious one. If you can find me a long-termer, who are they? Doug Graham? No, he's lean as fuck. Christina, she's a skinny girl. All these fucking people out there losing heaps of weight. Chris Randall, half his fucking body weight. How does it work? How does it work? I mean, 5 years is pretty short, really. But that's, you know, I'll give it 5 years, but the person can't be 500 pounds and they're going down to 200 pounds. Because they're still going down. They're going to 150 eventually, depending on how high they are. I mean, a fat person. Someone who, like, you look at them and go, you know, Doonrider would call them out. So many people don't tell people the full story of what they're actually eating because they're scared of being found out they're not perfect. So fruitarians look like fruitarians. McDougalers look like McDougalers. Long term, there's no fucking exceptions. It's like when they had the great starvation experiment with Ansel Keys. Everyone got put in a 1,570 calorie diet. That was the average calories, right? And everyone's just dropping weight. Had a perfect plotted graph. They all did the same activities, the same stuff. But there's two guys. They're like, these guys aren't fucking dropping weight. What's going on? And the scientists are just like, don't know. What's going on? So what they did is they sent out some work and said, you fucking follow these guys. Alright, you follow them when they go on the daily walk and see what they're doing. So these guys fucking follow them with binoculars. What were these two lads doing that weren't dropping the weight? They were fucking going in the cafeteria bins and fucking eating burgers and shit. That's why they weren't looking like everyone else. That's just how it is. Doesn't make them bad people, but it makes for confusing an example, doesn't it? A confusing result, confusing experiment, whatever. It results for confusion. There's no exceptions. Like my friend Adam, he's come back, had a bit of a break from cycling, ate a bit more high-fat vegan food, put on a few pounds. Still pretty slim, but you can see he's put on a few pounds. Now he's back on the high-carb program. He looks like my brother. People always say, Harley, I saw you out riding today at Northern Summit. I said, it wasn't me. I was at home. I didn't go riding today. No, it was you, man. I seen you. You come past me. No, it wasn't me. It was Adam. You know, people would say to me all the time, got the same helmet, same kit, different bikes, and he's a lot taller than me. But now he's sucked in again. So it's the high carb diet, man. If someone eating high carb, low fat, they get all fucking sucked up relative to what they were before. If you're 300 pounds and you're starting, you're not going to look like me or Adam over fucking night. Or in the first year, perhaps. It's going to take you a little while. So if anyone can show me that fat person on this lifestyle, long term, 5 years at least, 10 years is the ideal, really, isn't it? Here's a picture of Christian Boving. He's been doing steroids since he was 16 years old. So if you want to do an experiment on steroid safety, I think Christian Boving would be a good example. He's been doing steroids. He's 44 now. So he's been doing steroids for about 28 years. So if you want to do an example of steroid safety or steroid results, he's a person doing steroids for 28 years. If you're doing steroids for 28 years, you're going to look like this guy. And you're training as well, you're going to look like this guy. That's just how it is. If you're eating like a fucking Kenyan, ugali and rice and corn and that, you're going to look like him. If you're eating like us, you're going to look like us. There's no exceptions, man. There's no fucking exceptions. That's why this $10,000 still sits here today. Show me the fucking examples, please. Put a name out there. Someone's been doing this lifestyle for 5 years. Don't use Victoria Botenko. Because we all know what Victoria's eating. And it ain't fucking fruit. Doesn't make her a bad person. But let's be fucking honest. Victoria will be the first one to tell you. She don't just eat a fruit diet. Or rice. She's eating other things. And that's cool. It's her choice. But can you think of any names? Really, can you? You can't. $10,000. Come and fucking take it, please. The reason why I do know is testosterone's so high because he's taking synthetic testosterone. So I did my testosterone levels the other day. Did it in the afternoon test, hoping they'd be a bit low or something. So I'll get some synthetic testosterone from the doctor, make a video about that, whatever. My testosterone levels in the afternoon was still fucking good, still high. So if anyone thinks I'm taking testosterone, I'll give you $10,000, alright? I'll give you 10 if I'm wrong. If you're wrong, you give me $5,000. We'll do a carbon isotope ratio testosterone test, which is the gold standard, alright? Most sporting federations just do a testosterone, epitestosterone ratio test, which is fucking easy to fudge. Carbon isotope ratio test, can't fucking fudge that. $10,000, man. $10,000. You organise a test, I'll give you 10 grand. Otherwise, if I pass the test, you give me $5,000. Dude, this Philly skin doesn't look so good. It must be because of all the fruits they eat. So my skin's alright, but it's not, it's not as good as like someone who's from Thailand or something like that. I've got friends from Philippines or Thailand, just flawless skin. Is it diet or is it fucking genetics? Could I ever have the skin of a Thai person? And there's real caramel, creamy, lovely Thai skin or Filipino skin or whatever. Even no picture of Christina. Does she have that good a skin because of her genetics? If she's eating so much fruit, like the haters say is bad for you, how come her skin's so fucking good? Diet's important, but the biggest thing for that lovely, dark, smooth, flawless skin is genetics. That's the biggest thing, man. We could never have skin like Christina or these Thai people with amazing skin. That's just genetics. Doesn't matter how many banana smoothies I drink. My skin's going to be good, but not as good as someone like Christina. It's just genetic. But hey, if fruit's so bad for your skin, how the fuck has Christina got such amazing skin?